Hello, it is July book haul time and I have quite a few books to share with you. Joanna gave me a free pass for 48 hours this month and I took full advantage of it. So I have quite a few books to show you. I have read some of them already, so I'll tell you about those, but I won't talk about them in detail because I'll include them in my July wrap up. And as always, I'm going to start with the subscription box books that I received, one of which I literally just opened just now. I just filmed my Alima Crate unboxing, so that one is The Wolf and the Woodsman by Anna Reid. It has these lovely sprayed edges and it has a reversible dust jacket and foiling on the naked hardback, and it is a Jewish and Hungarian hate to love, overthrow the evil prince type story. So that is the first, well actually technically the second subscription box book to share with you, and the other one is Fire with Fire by Destiny Soraya, which was the Fairy Loot book also for June. Both of these were the June books rather than the July books. There are all sorts of problems with customs coming into the UK right now. Thank you, Brexit. And this one is about dragons and one sister who is all about dragon slaying and another sister who doesn't really care and then bonds with a dragon, and so we can imagine there will be drama, hopefully lots of fun magic. This one sounds really good as well, and this one is also a super pretty edition with the sprayed edges, the foiled embossing and the reversible dust jacket. So we have some pretty and interesting books to explore from subscription boxes here. Moving on to the ones that I have read. Again, I'm not going to wrap them up here, I'll do that in my July wrap up, but I will just show you them together since they kind of fall into that category with each other. The first one is The Magic Fish by Trung Lin Yun, which is a graphic novel, a young adult graphic novel, I think. It's always a bit tricky to figure out what the intended audience is for a graphic novel because I feel like they're just so accessible for everybody, but this is about a boy who is Vietnamese but he lives in America. He's grown up in America but his parents speak mostly Vietnamese with him and he wants to come out to them, but he doesn't really know how to find the words to tell them that he is gay, and he and his mum are reading fairy tales together so that he can try and figure out how to explain who he is to his parents. And I've read it, really liked it, I'm not going to say any more than that. And then there are two books in the same series. So we have Nightlights and Hikoti by Lorena Alvarez, and these are both graphic novels as well, probably more in the middle grade type age range. This one is the first one, Nightlights, and Hikoti is the second. The artwork on these is just so pretty, that's why I bought them. Well, I bought this one first and then I read it and I really liked it and I wanted to continue the story, so I picked up this one. The artwork is just so beautiful and they're so short that I can't really tell you what they're about. They're kind of about this girl who likes art and people don't want her to like art, they want her to do proper scholarly things. I mean, she's a young child, but you know, and she doesn't want to do her homework, she wants to draw, and yeah, I'll leave it there, but really all I'll say about those two is the artwork is just so pretty, it's ridiculous. Then, if you have seen my video with Joanna from the channel Joanna Sosa, where we tried to guess the Sanderson book based on lines, just obscure lines from within the book, you will know that I didn't do particularly well. I'll go ahead and link that video for you. And my punishment, I suppose, for not winning was to read a book of Joanna's choice that she thinks that I would like, but that would be a challenge for me. And so she picked, because she knows that I find adult sci-fi challenging, she chose for me Hyperion by Dan Simmons. I happened to find this shiny copy in a charity shop. You all know that I quite like visiting a charity shop from time to time, and I found this one, so I picked it up. Honestly, don't really know too much about what this is. She mentioned that it's kind of a collection of short stories, but not in the kind of traditional anthology type sense. Honestly, I don't really know what to expect from this, but Joanna thinks I'll like it and I trust her opinion, so I will be reading this one and vlogging the experience of reading this one at some point. Next up, I think I'll talk about sequels that I have purchased. The first one is Scent of Magic by Maria V. Schneider. This is book 2 in the Avery of Kazan series, trilogy, I think. And the first book was Touch of Power, which I read several months ago. I don't know. It follows this can also be called the Healer trilogy, so you can find it under both names, but this follows Avery, who is the last healer in existence in this land. They all died during, well, basically there was this plague, and the healers can usually heal everything, but they couldn't heal people of this plague, and so everyone was very, very angry and basically murdered all of the healers for not being able to heal them of this plague, which killed thousands of people. And Avery is like the last healer standing, and she is kind of sort of kidnapped so that she can save the life of a particular important individual. That's all I'll say about the plot, I think. I really liked book 1. I love Maria V. Schneider's writing. The Magic series, or the Chronicles of Ixia series, is one of my favourites of all time, so I wanted to get to the sequel, and I found it in Waterstones, which I really wasn't expecting. These can be a little bit difficult to get hold of, so whilst I saw it I decided to go ahead and pick it up. And then the other sequel that I am just about to read, in fact, this week, is Royal Assassin by Robin Hobb, which of course is book 2 in the Farseer trilogy, and also book 2 in the Realm of the Eldlings. Jeez, that took a while to come out. And I read Assassin's Apprentice last month. Yes, last month, June, and really, really liked it. I know that it's not a particularly well-loved book, but I mean, it's a well-loved series, and Robin Hobb is a well-loved author, but people tend to be a little touch and go with the first book. I actually really enjoyed it, and this one is meant to be like the best one in the trilogy, so super excited to read this. And then there's 2 more books, so one of them I have heard of before and one of them I have never heard of before. So the first one is Do You Dream of Terra 2 by Temi O. This is a YA sci-fi novel. I actually really like YA sci-fi, although I struggle with adult sci-fi. YA sci-fi I usually quite enjoy, especially if it's kind of off-world sci-fi, although on-world YA sci-fi works for me quite well also. So this follows 2 astronauts, no, not 2, 10 astronauts who are travelling across space to basically begin habitation of this Earth-like planet that was found 20 years ago? A century ago. Gosh, I'm getting all the numbers wrong. Anyway, 6 of them are teenagers and 4 of them are veterans, and they are going to be stuck together on this spaceship for 23 years. And of course something's going to go wrong because it's sci-fi in space. Something always goes wrong. So I'm really interested to read this one. I've heard very, very good things about it. And then the last one, never heard of before, but the title just drew me in, and I was like, I have to read it. It's by Garth Nix, who is a super popular author, but I've never read from him before, and this book is his newest, I'm guessing, and it's called The Left-Handed Booksellers of London. So, set in London, about booksellers. I had to buy it, but I'm just going to go ahead and read you the synopsis from the back. So, in a slightly alternate London in 1983, Susan Arkshaw is looking for her father. Crime boss Frank Thringley might be able to help her, but Susan doesn't get time to ask Frank any questions before he is turned to dust by an outrageously attractive Merlin. Merlin is a young left-handed bookseller, one of the fighting ones, who, with the right-handed booksellers, the intellectual ones, police the mythic and legendary old world when it intrudes on the modern world, in addition to running several bookshops. Merlin has a quest of his own, and quickly finds it overlaps strangely with Susan's. Who or what was her father? Susan and Merlin must find out, as the old world erupts dangerously into the new. And it just sounds really fun. I don't know if this is going to be a series. It feels like it probably would be the first book in a series, but I don't know. And it's just, the tagline is authorised to kill and sell books, which just, it sounds like a fun mix of adventure and humour, so hopefully I will find it humorous, and I'm actually really looking forward to getting to this one, and I hope that I'll be able to get to it soon. I think I might tentatively put it on my August TBR, which is already pretty full, so yeah. So those are all of the books that I picked up in the month of July. Lots of really exciting titles. Some of them I have already read at the time of filming. One of them I will have read very, very shortly. So yeah, this was a good bunch, I think. Fingers crossed. If you've read any of them, let me know what you thought of them. If there are any that you would like me to prioritise that I haven't yet read, let me know. Don't forget to check out Ponderful Books down in the description, and that's it for this one. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video and want to see more like this from me, then do think about hitting that subscribe button, and I hope to see you here again soon. Thanks! Bye!